Hello,
Woohoo.
hello, we're alive and we are online business owners. We're here once a week and it's our episode 212 already. So, what a journey! And today we're so excited and so honored to interview Anne Mary, Coach Anne Mary. She's a very successful and very inspiring coach in the community and very successful leaders, one of the leaders. So, we are so honored and excited to have her joining us today. And before we dig into today's interview, I'd like to invite my business partners to introduce themselves first. So, Marley, would you like to go first?
Sure. Thank you, Beth. And Coach Anne Marie, thank you so much for being here with us. Hello, everyone. My name is Marley Bolden. I've been an online business owner for more than 5 years, a mother of two boys, and living here in Wisconsin, USA, and originally from the Philippines. So, being here in this online world is definitely very inspiring and been an amazing journey. So, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Marley. How about you, Leanne?
Yeah, thanks, Beth. Hi, everybody. I am a mom, a wife, a foster mom. I retired myself from pediatric nursing to become a full time foster mom of a little girl with high needs. And I found this business because of her, because I was looking for something for her future. And I've been doing this for now 6 years, and I'm a coach in the business as well. But I'm so pumped for today because we get to hear from beautiful Anne-Marie. I got to meet Anne-Marie this year in Melbourne, and I just know that it's going to be a blessing to you watching today. Thanks for coming, Anne-Marie.
Yeah, thank you. So, hi, Coach Anne Mary. Thanks so much for joining us today. And my name is Beth. I'm from Taiwan, just relocating here back from the States. And I used to be a teacher, a tour leader as well. But now I'm so proud that I'm an online business owner, and this is my main focus because for the past few years, this online business really allowed me to travel here and there, and then to help me to fulfill all my dreams. So, thank you so much. Yeah, so today we're so excited. So we have our guest, Coach and Mary. She's very famous and very, excited. We are so excited because we
Yes.
can feel her energy. Yeah. So, Anne, would you like to introduce yourself to let our viewers to know more about you? Thank
Oh
you.
my goodness. I'm just gonna say I'm overwhelmed. I'm like success and famous. Those are like, wait, I'm not an actor, actress, anything like that. All I did really was just to focus on my business, help others, and that other people would see it as it is. Oh well. So hello everyone. If you're watching this in live, I'm gonna say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. How are you all doing, especially to our panelists in here? I'm very happy to just say hello to everyone, share my journey. The goal is really to inspire others, those that are in the business, those that are not in the business yet. So, myself, I am originally from Cebu, Philippines. I came here in the US 16 years ago as a teacher. I have two wonderful kids and a loving husband. And I have been in the business for 4 years. Yet, just doing this business for 3 years, I'm able to quit my 20 years of teaching and at the age of 41. So I hope that itself, our viewers are able to listen because there's really a way to speed up things and really achieve the goals that we want. And I would tell you, it is through this digital business.
Wow, how impressive. So we can really feel that Coach Anne Mary is such a energetic person, and then today's story will like really to inspire you because she already retired at the age 41. Wow. So we really like to know, Coach Anne Mary, can you take us back to the life before you started the business? Like, what's your life before the business? And what's a typical day like as a busy teacher and mom?
Yes, you got that one right. The typical day was a busy day. A typical day is a busy day as a mom myself and a working professional. And I know you as a teacher as well, you know that. I just don't know if you have kids, but as a mom myself, I'm just blessed that my husband has more flexible time also because he has his own brick and mortar business. So I will just wake up at 5:30, get myself ready, not even the kids. So get myself ready and go to work, go to school, be in school by 7 o'clock And that's my day from 7 all the way to 3 o'clock. I'm at school, and then I go home. And what added is I'm not just a busy teacher because I'm a special needs teacher. So you know how my day, I don't even count my steps. I already got my 10K steps. So I'm that busy, as well as I'm a busy mom because my kids, back then, my daughter used to do gymnastics, and then she moved. That's competitive gymnastics, and then she moved on to competitive dance, as well as my son is a very, very busy sports boy, and he does travel teams. So from that, maybe I go home at 3 o'clock, pick up my son or my daughter, bring them to where they are needed in practice or games or anything like that, and then just go home and the day's over. And then it's a routine. I'm happy my husband also cooks the dinner for us. So that's how busy my life used to be. And it's a routine every day, Monday to Friday, and Saturday. There might be games, there might be competitions and all that. And then we'll go back again on a Monday. It's a routine. And yeah, that's how busy my life is. Hey, Nicole is watching. Hey, Nicole. All right.
Well, wow, we can really hear that your life before was really busy as a special teacher, and also for the special needs kids, and also for your kids yourself. So wow. So the question for you is for Marley. Marley, you are muted.
Thank you so much, Coach
I
Anne-Marie.
can't practice my sign language anymore. So
Yeah, I tried to mute myself because my dog was barking. So, what made you decide to start this online business, especially with your prior, with no prior experience? For you as a teacher who's really busy, but stepping up into an online world, what makes you decide on that?
yeah, so I know, if I, as what you've said, if you've known me, somewhere, in any of my life or in our community, you know how I started this business. But for the sake of those who don't know, I honestly, I'm very grateful just coming here in America as a teacher. However, 13 years after, I feel like, yes, I have moved on with my life, but if moving on is enough, it was not enough because during the pandemic, I was struggling with a lot of debts and anxious if what's gonna happen, because it was pandemic. What happens if something has to happen to me or to my husband, and I'm the sole breadwinner provider of my family back home in the Philippines? Who's gonna send the money? Who's gonna provide for my family back then? And when I even reflect deeper on my own self, I was just too scared that I would not be able to provide for my kids' future. Because backstory, I know Leanne had heard about this. Growing up, my parents did not have the funds to really help me finish my education. My aunt was the one who helped me with my high school, with my college, and even my master's degree. And so for me, it's really I'm heartbroken to really realize that I don't have the funds to provide for my kids' education. And with that being said, I know I live here in America. Yes, it's a rich country. Yes, they can borrow money from the government wherever, or they can have grants. But as me myself, that's my personal goal, is to provide for my own kids, because for me, that is my goal as a mom, as a parent. So realizing that I was in debt, a lot of it, I don't have, and I'm not ready for my kids' future. And knowing also that I want more for my life. I love to travel. Like, I've been to Australia 17 years ago, but I've never been back. You know, I've been to Asian countries. I was in Hong Kong, Singapore, and I love that, but I have not been back. So why am I coming here in the US and I am not really fulfilling? I'm just doing routine, as what I've mentioned earlier. Routine, routine, routine. So life gets boring. Even if I were busy, that feeling that you are very busy doing something, but where is this leading me? So when I found this business, it is really when I was actively looking for something, an extra income. So that's the key there. So if we are looking for leads, make sure we are targeting leads that are actively looking for something, not just waiting like, oh, my husband provides for me, or da 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 da. I was actively looking for an extra income. As a matter of fact, I was trying to sell lipstick, makeup, coffee, even luxury bags, pre-loved bags, but I just don't like the feeling of selling or recruiting or telling people that I need more money. I don't want that. I don't want to be in that business. And that's like okay. So I was not good at it because my mindset was not there. I salute those that are in that kind of field, that they can convince people to do something for them and make money out of it. But that's not me. I am just super blessed. That's what I've said. I'm blessed as a teacher, but I am just super blessed that God had provided me this business. I felt like this online business of ours is an answered prayer, because I was praying harder and I said, like, Lord, I need more streams of income, but I don't know what to do. It's pandemic, it's lockdown. I could not do another job. So this business came in, and what really attracted me to this business was that I can do this business anywhere and anytime, and I don't have to give up my teaching career. And so I was just like, yeah, that's it. And then when I did my coaching call, the rest was history, because when I came in the business, there were 75,000 all over the world that are already in this business. And for myself, that already xed out the what people said scam. I said, like, why would people scam 75,000? I Now we are almost half a quarter of a million, but I was like, 75,000. I doubt if these people would really just scam people around, right? So that itself, and then I became so inspired. Um, especially, I did my research, especially those Filipino immigrants that are from all parts of the world and are already retired early, earning their lifetime bonus, have changed their lives. And I was like, wait, what? They can retire at 23? The youngest that I found out was 23? Or somebody with 3 jobs able to quit within less than a year? Like, I mean, if they can do that, and I believe this is a blessing from God, I can do that myself too. So that's how I started this business. I decided, because I knew that this is God's blessing to me. This is a gift, so I'm taking good care of it. And yeah, even with no prior experience, I saw, as soon as I finished my coaching call and the process and how we get in this business, I was just so impressed. Even without, business background, it was easier for me to follow along. Yes.
Wow, that was you are a fast action takers and definitely believe about the business. That is one thing. Pandemic definitely changed so many lives, and it opens up another opportunity like you did, right? Or like all of us actually. So I thank you, Coach Marie, for sharing that. That's our why, is definitely like traveling. I think all of us love to travel, and of course helping our family and helping others. So thank you so much for sharing.
Especially if
Um,
the travel is a tax write-off. So
yeah,
that's an added bonus right there. Yep.
so true. So true. So thank you. And then the next one here, where were there any doubts or fear when you first started? How did you overcome them?
As what I've
Just
always said, I'm one of the few that had not really doubted or feared that this business will work for me. Honestly, I would always just say that. I was just so confident that God had given me this. I would always put it out there. And I know it in myself that if I put my mind and soul and heart into it, I can work on that. And for so many years, if I just want to do something, it will happen to me, because I know, as the saying would say, we will just do our work. We need to take action, and God would really bless us with more. And that I cling onto that. I cling onto that because I already know that since the system is good, we have coaches and mentors over there that's willing to really help us, not just like anybody else. You call a customer service, and the next day you have a different customer service. I've already seen the system, so that eradicated actually the fears and the doubt. So it's really the proven system and the coaching that really made me solidify my decision to, like, hey, I really have to start this, and I want to be like those coaches. Early on in the business, I want to be a coach myself to help others as well. So that's why I did not doubt it. I really did not have a lot of fears, because I know my skill sets as well. As a teacher myself, I know that I'm able to explain the business to somebody else, as well as you know what I mean? Like, I'm also used to social media, by the way. I was already doing lives on my YouTube pages and all of that. I was just looking for a certain system that would really hone me together and put me together and say, hey, here, be successful here. It's already in here. So I may be one of those few that really did not have a lot of doubts or did not even have any doubts about it. You could even ask my husband. I was just like, I'm so sure, I'm so sure. Bring me, I'm so sure that, this is it. This is really for me and for us as a family.
Wow, you definitely one of a thousands that really 100% like believe in the business right away. Because even myself, when I started before I watched the workshop, I already doubted. It's just like that's another junk. But then I realized that later on, 5 years after, here I am. So your faith and believing in the system and yourselves is definitely take you where you are right now. Thank you so much for sharing, Coach Anne Marie.
Thank you, Beth.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got this really, really, really cool question for you, Emery. So, retiring at 41, congratulations, by the way, is just
Thank you.
epic. It's such a dream for many people. So, what does that feel like? And how did you make it possible? How did you make it happen?
Um, I would always go back to the first day when I saw and researched as to how many people. Oh, Merly, sorry, by the way, Merly, thank you so much for that earlier. Beth and Merly, thank you. Merly one, I have to find my I have a vision board here. Oh my gosh, what happened to my picture? It must have fell. I have printed a picture of myself and I put in there the word retired at 40. I don't know where it is. I might need to reprint that. Where is it? The very first few masterminds when I heard about it and when I researched that people can retire as early as that, and I researched like those lifetime earners, it took them 3 to 5 years and they're already retired, or 3 to 5 years they're already lifetime earners. So I'm sure I told myself that I'm gonna retire at 40. Well, did it happen? No. I was not retired at 40, but I retired at 41. It is a risk that I took because just like in our mastermind tonight or today, if you were listening, you
Yeah.
have to focus. Focus on what you really want to put in your energy to the things and the people that you really want to do and work with and really want to do in your life. And that made it possible because if your mindset is focused to that, your actions should follow. You know what I mean? So that's why you see me a lot in the community because having this business, we are a people business. We need to be functional in our business, and that is being open with our stories out there because your potential leads are just lurking out there. Believe it or not, I get side eyes, like eyebrows raised 4 years ago when I started this business. Like, why are you doing live? Oh, we're eating here. Why are you doing live? And all my other friends were like, okay, that's all right. But I have other business partners that have moved on to being teachers, friends that had moved on to business partners when I retired because that's the thing that they questioned 3 years ago. We're like, wait, what? You're retiring at 41 and that's really happening? So it
Okay.
feels good to prove them wrong, even if initially I did not do it for them. I'm doing it for myself. And the results would speak for you.
Yeah.
The results would speak for you. And it's a good feeling now that the goal is finally realizing because now as a teacher myself back then I'm always heartbroken every time I'm not there for my kids. Parent
Mm.
teacher conferences that I could not be there because I am in my students' parent teacher conference. I could not be a parent. I need to be a teacher first. Or when the times when my kids are sick, I'm just again blessed that my husband's the one that can take them and bring them home. But it should have been me. I'm the mom. I need to be the one to take care of my kids. That one thing is, for me, it hurts the most. But now I'm able to be here for them 24/7. My son just got, all the injuries, but I am okay to take him to the doctors now, bring him. I don't have to worry about that. On top of that, I'm sure because I am building this generational wealth for them that even if I started 4 years ago, I know my kids' college funds are settled, are okay. But just imagine my 20 years of teaching. Yes, I have learned a lot, I have met people, I have helped a lot of students, but when I retired last year, that's it. That's the end of my teaching career. I could not
Mm.
even pass on that experience to my kids and say, hey, my daughter, you're 18 or 20 now, you finished college, you can go to the school system and earn 100,000 just like when I left. Nothing like that, right? But now that I'm in the business, I know that I have time freedom right now for my kids. I have fulfilled my travel enthusiasm to be out of, just in this one place. Just imagine, I've been to Australia 17 years ago and it did not happen until I'm here in the business. It was a blessing. Leanne, I've shared that, and I brought my aunt to the convention. Oh my goodness, the 2 weeks that we were there, I have not let my aunt spend a single dime unless she really wanted us to buy. What did she buy? Something. But, I have not. And it was a good feeling for me to finally give back to her. I know I have given back to the rest of the family, but then specifically to her, that's one thing that I knew that I have given back. And I know she felt that. Yeah, it's really a good feeling. And I might not be earning millions yet, but my goals were not to earn that million. The first part of it, the first part, the goals were checked off. Retired at 41, time freedom, travel the world. It is happening, and now I'm also helping other people that used to be like me. That is a continuous journey, and I know now the goal is higher and higher and higher, but at the moment I'm fully fulfilled with what I have achieved in the business. Yes, Leah.
Yeah, wow. There were so many nuggets of success in your story. And one thing that really stood out for me, because one of the questions that I really wanted to ask you today as well, which we had to cut back a little because there were so many questions, was what was your one tip for success that people would use to make what you've achieved possible for them? And what I picked up in your conversation just now was that, one, focus. You've focused on those really important goals, like they're heart goals. They're goals that, you really, 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 you have to achieve them. And you have the focus for them, and you have achieved them. But now you're teaching other people to do the same. And I just want to take this moment to thank you for your sharing at the convention, at the Gather and Grow event here in Melbourne, because I know I was one of the people that was sitting in the back of that auditorium, and holy dooly, did we learn a lot that day. And I just want to thank you for that. Now, Beth has got another question for you. Yep. What advice would you give to someone watching this video right now, this live, that feels stuck but want to change?
Thank you. Thank you for that, Leon. And I am so grateful also to have met you in Melbourne, the things that you do in there, and to the community. Oh my goodness. That is one way of really
Awesome.
making yourself so fulfilled in this business. And I advise others also that are already in the business to do something for the community so that you would feel good about yourself and that you would not quit the business. Because it is when you involve yourself that you would really want to stay. But the question is, those that are stuck, and I want to borrow the words of oh my goodness, Jay Shetty. I have heard this in his podcast, and I know I'm excited that we will be meeting him in 3 weeks. He said the main reason why people are stuck because they are living in the past. They could not let go of what they used to be or are still in. So if you are stuck, let's just say, okay, you still have a job, you're a teacher. I'm going to make myself as an example. If my mind was not set of retiring, I have moved on. My mindset has already moved on, right? Even if my physical body is still teaching, I do the things that are needed to be done in order for me to retire. I've been doing live, I've been posting, I've been doing ads, I've been doing my warm market, I have been working on my team. Those are the things that would let me get unstuck of my situation, right? Because I'm happy teaching, don't get me wrong. I love my students, but I'm not happy with my situation that goes with teaching. A lot of debts. I could not travel. I could not be with my kids. It's the situation. It's not the teaching itself. So because I am stuck in that situation, I needed to do something for myself. And I am grateful that this business got that. On top of that, this business has provided financial support with all of that. If without the money, I would not be able to move on, right? So if you are stuck on doing something, think of what you really want to do in the future or where you're going. And wherever you're going right now, use that experience that you have at the moment so that you could move on with your life. So, 'di ba, when we move on, that means we can leave all the things behind because we are now moving on. That's the term. We want to move on, so that means we are not stuck anymore. So, that's my example. And if you are in the business and you are stuck, reflect on yourself. What are the things that you are not doing yet? Yes, you know your destination. Yes, you know your goal. Yes, you have a vision. But are you doing the right things? Are you doing enough for your business? If the answer is there's always going to be a no. Even me, don't tell me because I am only doing ads in Facebook. I could have done better. I could do ads in Instagram, YouTube, and all the other social media platforms. But am I doing it? No. You know, those are some of the things. I'm not perfect. I am not where I am. I am not where I am in terms of the milestones that I wanted to be. But again, that's because I am lacking of those things that I know are needed to be done in order for me to move on to the next milestone, right? So those that are feeling stuck, reflect on yourself, where you want to go, and couple it with action so you could really get unstuck.
Yeah, that's awesome. Perfect advice. Thank you, Beth. That was just amazing.
Yeah, thank you so much for Coach Mary. Thank you for your time and what a share because we can really hear your sincerity and also what this online business really changed your life and your family. So if you're watching live and also maybe watch for the replay, you can really see how this business really changed not only Coach Mary's life but also our lives. So if you are interested, you can go to our website and to sign up with your name and email, and you will receive a free webinar and you can really watch how this online business may also impact your life as well. So thank you so much, and we'll have another episode next week. And just you are welcome to join us. So thank you so much, and we'll be saying goodbye.
Thank you, Beth, Marley, and Leon, and thank you to everyone who
Thank
watched
you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.